Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you as well.
And for people that are checking out this video, why don't we start by introducing you and your business and what it's about?
Awesome. I'm Darian Mason. I'm the owner of Bayou Multi Custom Janitorial Services. We're a commercial and residential service, so don't feel that we discard one for the other. We service them all the same. We've been in business since about 1998, so we're very familiar with the commercial and residential side of it, and especially with this pandemic going on, we've always used antiviricides.
Got
So
it.
this is really just something that we're just used to doing with different parts, and it's awesome to be able to sit here and talk with someone
Thank
about
you.
my service.
I appreciate it. As you know, I do commercial as well, residential, but I'm all about people finding places.
Yeah.
And so I love bringing on folks like you that help take care of those places. And there's no shame in feeling like you've got to do everything yourself, just like you wouldn't in finding a place.
Right.
You're not on the hook to take care of the place 100% DIY. We all have lives. So that's important. And I also wanted to say that I have used y'all services for landlord clients that I've worked with to make sure that their place is move-in ready, especially during COVID.
Yes.
It's so important to make people feel
Very
comfortable and to look out for their safety. But also on my own home, I have an in-home Airbnb, and so as travel is starting to come back to New Orleans, don't believe that terrible article that went out the other day. People are starting to book things again. We want to make sure they're safe, our guests are safe.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So we know a little bit about washing your hands when you come to the house. We think about that, taking hand sanitizer when you go places. All of that general stuff has become a little bit common practice. What are the things that you'd encourage people to do above and beyond that as they're coming back into their homes to make sure that they're not bringing in things?
Definitely. As people go about their day now with the 25% opening up, I ask that people are very cautious as far as when you're going out. Just make sure you wash your hands, a lot, or use your hand sanitizer. Keep them clean. Don't touch your face and different things like that. Because at this point, it's pretty much just keeping the virus as far away as you can, and still staying healthy.
Right.
So one of my recommendations is what I do as well is that when you get home, you take your shoes off, you wash your hands, you wash up to here as well. And if it's in the evening, you can remove your clothing.
Okay. That I love to touch on because we were just talking before this. My husband is an essential employee, and when he comes home in that uniform, I'm like, and I'm sure everyone who has an essential employee, spouse, roommate, whatever it is, you're like, go change. So you've been out in all these different places. What do you do when you get home? Are you heading straight for the laundry bin or the washer?
I'm going to tell you what I do. I normally will take the antiviricide that I use, and after I leave each client's house, I kind of just mist myself down because I don't want to go to another person's home.
Right.
And normally put the suit on if need be. But normally I antiviricide myself, hands and arms, and then when I get home, I'll just take my shoes off at the door, and then take my clothes, remove your clothing, and then do it like that. And at this point, we can all be as safe as we can, but services that are doing the antivirus, and I think everyone who has children and go about their day, you need it at least once.
Yeah.
At least once a month. I would honestly think, because there's only so much bleach you can put in a house, and then if you have pets, we have a pet friendly product.
Yes, exactly. And I can say earlier Maddie was very in your face, and you were very, very receptive to it. So the product is both antiviral and also safe for children and pets.
Yes.
Gotcha. And when you come into a place, now I've witnessed this. If you can talk a little bit about what you do. I know you're looking at all surfaces, but guys, this takes us to another level. So.
Yes. Basically, what we do is when we come into a home, we treat it like it's ours, and it's the things that we may miss as homeowners is that your AC vent, your window sills with blinds, as well as on top of your ledges and your crown molding above the doors, the doorknobs, the light switches, things that you normally just daily touch,
Mm-hmm.
and things you may touch. You've been out all day, and you touch it before you wash your hands, so that that virus is on there. And
Mm-hmm.
then you go about your day and you eat some food, and now you possibly have contracted it.
Got it. So everything you've been doing outside to protect yourself, you want to make sure when you're
Right.
home you can breathe
You can
easy
breathe easy
and be safe.
comfortable.
And I have witnessed you guys cleaning, so it is you spray down. I mean, it's a cleaning service, so everything is clean, but also at the walls, the
Definitely.
porous surfaces, ceiling fans.
Definitely, ceiling fans is a must. I mean, that's just normal because people with allergies
Hmm.
suffer more because
Dust
that
allergy.
dust is up there. And you know, Bayou Multi, what we specialize in is just touching every part of the home. We're not perfect, but we do touch every part of the home. And if we do miss something, we'd love for it to be brought to our attention, and we're on top of it.
And
Yeah.
taking super care of that. And we're touching on homes. We also mentioned commercial, so
Mhm.
small businesses, large businesses. You mentioned churches
Mm-hmm.
before. They're available for all of that, especially as these businesses open to 25% capacity. My church, I've been volunteering at and streaming Sunday Mass and being one of two singers, which was nerve wracking at first. But I know they had everything super cleaned and marked off. And that's what you should be looking for when you go out, right?
Definitely, definitely. Please look that things are marked off and that they have had their service done, even if it's with me or any other company that has a volume of people coming through every day.
Hmm.
Because we love with New Orleans, we love being out and being inside for 9 to 10 weeks. I mean, you become pretty antsy. So just try to keep yourself safe, and if the restaurant or facility is being safe, but always protect yourself. Keeping your hand sanitizer as well,
Hmm.
and a lot of people, I guess, are using Lysol.
Yes.
And just pretty much keep yourself safe so that we can have you here to continue.
You use what you've got, what you can get, what you can get. We've gotten resourceful, and I applaud all of the distilleries and whatnot that have gone out of their way to help out. I've got a younger sister in Manhattan. I lived in New York for 12 years. She's still there, but they have everything.
Yeah.
The filter mask, the hand sanitizer, it's all there. I don't see that here yet, so you gotta work with what you got.
Yes, you have to. Masks are very hard to come by. Like I currently use the 3M with the, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it has the cartridges.
The cartridges.
And I use it at my clients' residence as well. And you keep your mask on, and you also have to get fresh air
Yeah.
as well. So every time you do something, as long as you're not in close proximity with people, then you're okay. Cause see, we're 6 feet. We have 6 feet. So
I measured.
we're 6 feet.
We're 6 feet. So thank you so much. This I think I want this to help you guys to feel relieved. Like there are options, there are things you can do, there are services. They're way more affordable than you may think.
Definitely.
And I had a couple questions from people that I wanted to include and make sure y'all were heard. So one of the questions I got, not explicitly, but I know people have said anecdotally,
Mhm.
When's a good time to come in and clean? How can I prepare?
Mhm.
I've been living in my house for 9 weeks. It's probably not exactly the sort of place I'd want to have guests in. But that's not a problem for you guys.
That's what you hire us as a service for. Is we're to come in and beautify your property, commercial building, etc. It's just like going to a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Or going to a hairdresser, nail shop, or getting your car washed. I mean, so it's just pretty much a service that we all convenience that we love to have. And I honestly would tell people at least once a month you should. And we're very affordable. We have a lot of discounts going on for different clients and for sports, colleges, senior citizens, military as well. So before we'll let a client go, we will try to work with you so we can add you to our Rolodex of clients.
Hmm. And I wanted to say too, y'all are very mindful of if there are folks, maybe you've got older folks in the home or something like that, you do ask if possible for people to leave
Yes,
for a couple of hours, walk your dog,
definitely.
go on a car ride, get some fresh air.
Definitely.
But you work with people to figure out what
Definitely.
can be done,
Definitely.
especially for those vulnerable populations.
Definitely. Like I said before, what being in the business as long as I have been is that you're able to tailor things, services as well. I mean, if someone is not able to leave for a long period of time, what we can do is we can reduce the amount of solution that we're using
Mm-hmm.
to make it more tolerable, and then also we mix it.
Mm-hmm.
We have like with us being a custom service, we can tailor it to if you love lavender,
I love
if
that.
you love lemon, if you love raspberry, whatever your favor is. That's why we're custom, because we'll tailor it to you, because we don't want to sell you a service and then it's the chemicals is something you don't like or it gives you a headache. So we really ask our clients beforehand, what are your pet peeves and what things do you like, and we tailor that to you.
And I can vouch for that. Y'all
Yeah.
do. And I meant to add earlier, I'm glad that you mentioned the scent. Having y'all have cleaned a couple of places now, I thought something being clean meant that it had to smell like a pool, like that bleach smell. And you think, well, God, they're going to come in and, they're going to clean my messy house and deal with all this stuff. And then it's going to feel unpleasant when I come in. It may look nice, but it'll smell funny, and it doesn't. It feels fresh.
Thank you.
Completely fresh. So thank you for that. Let's see if there's one other question. And thank you guys for sending in your questions, by the way. I really appreciate that. The other one was, about how much lead time do y'all need to schedule stuff? I know you're pretty flexible, you're busy,
Yeah,
but you
pretty
can make
flexible.
schedules work for people.
Yes, we do have the workforce to handle. We just ask that you at least give us 24 to 48 hours, unless it's a rush. Like we've dealt with a lot of clients whose family members have had COVID and they're coming home.
Gotcha.
So we do work with them. We will work past later hours to get that done, because at the end of the day, we want to keep a client happy, and also that's a part of our service is that we're tailored to get your needs resolved at the same time. So we just ask, 24 to 48 hours, and we'll be able to work you in. But if it's a need basis, like someone's coming home who's COVID free now, and you need your home misted, then we're definitely there to
I'll take care
get
of
that
that.
done for you. Yes.
And y'all have worked with me with not being home too, because you mentioned getting out of home for 2 hours. So if there's
Definitely.
something you want to do, whether it's a door code or something else, so that you can have someone in, or maybe someone lives alone, a relative or something, they have been to the hospital and you want to help out, that's totally
Definitely.
doable.
Definitely. A lot of our clients, I guess the thing that they love about our business is we're trusting,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the same people every time.
Mm-hmm.
So normally our clients will leave their house open. Hey, call me when you get there. Lock up. We've had multiple clients go on vacation, and while they're gone, hey, I need my house clean, because I guess they love the ambiance of when they left. It was this
a
way,
mess.
and when you come back, it's this way. And we love and appreciate our clients. Again, like I said, the last thing we did was Mother's Day. For all our clients that we service during that week, and also we have masks coming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, so it's gonna have Gary the Gator from
I love
Bayou,
Gary. I love
multi,
Gary.
and we're gonna be giving those out to our clients. Now we're waiting for the shipping to come because things are kind of hectic, but we're gonna give that to each one of our clients that we serve.
That's fantastic. And I saw the Mother's Day orchids.
Yeah,
You were leaving people's homes. It was wonderful. So I think that was important to touch on. And there's one final question, but my little sister just did that. She left New York City for the first time since the end of February, and went to a friend's house out in the country to get some sanity, and was uncomfortable with interacting with people in a small space and an apartment, so she had someone clean when she's gone. So I love that you guys can do that, whether it's for your comfort, it's necessity, it's not a problem. And the last question, well, there's a two-part question. The first question was, what kind of places do you do, and we touched on that. So just to recap, that was homes, businesses, schools, churches, you name it. You guys can take care of the Airbnbs.
Definitely.
That's important. I know on our listing we made sure to say, and y'all, full disclosure, I have an Airbnb. It's in the house. We're one of the better guys. I hope y'all feel. But I wanted to make sure that it was safe because it was in our home. They have their own entrance for us, but also that I could put on that listing confidently. They're coming someplace clean. Don't just trust my cleaning skills. We have a professional. And then the second part of that was pricing. Now your pricing, like any service, is going to vary on the size of the place, the specific need. It's customized. But I found you to be, I'm not going to throw out any numbers and hold you to it, in line with cleaning services.
Oh yes,
if you already have a cleaning service that has come to your home before, y'all are competitive.
Definitely.
There's not this big extra tax for getting things sanitized.
Oh no, definitely. We're pretty competitive, just like every other company. We do work with clients' budgets, because what we love is residual. So instead of us charging you this time, and we may not see you again financially, we would prefer to give you an affordable budget that keeps you happy as well as us, and keep you safe.
Absolutely. So you can work with folks,
Definitely.
whether it's the scent.
Whether it's the same,
or how y'all approach the pricing, or what you do, or if they're in the home. That's what customizable means. That's what it should mean, and they stand by it, and I can vouch for that personally. I said this with other guests. I like to bring on people that I use because I chose them for a reason, and I'm not going to be stingy and not share that. So I'm happy to do that. Is there anything that you wanted to add, or anything that I should have asked you other than how to get in touch with you? That's important. I want to make sure we include that.
Let me tell you something, Eliza. I appreciate working with you. It's a pleasure. I mean, I love the energy. I love the business.
Thank you.
You're just a wonderful person to interact with, and as well as doing business. Let me tell you, she's an awesome agent. You need to hire her. If you have a property, Airbnb, or a home for sale, you need to call her because she's professional, she's on time, and she has a wonderful dog.
Oh, yeah. Maddie's been in a couple pictures of videos. Well, thank you. You didn't have to say that. I appreciate it. I'm not asking people to say this, y'all. So I super appreciate that. Thank you for the vote of confidence. And I do like to try to problem solve for my clients. So if you're worried about moving out, if you're worried about showing your place, say you have several people come by in one day, you want to make sure it's safe when you come home. This is what I'm about. It's trying to find these solutions for you. You don't have to solve all the problems yourself. And that's how y'all run your business too. So
Definitely.
Birds of a feather. Dude, we've been hearing them this whole interview, but I like them. If people want to get in touch with you, you can absolutely contact me. I'll put you in touch as always. But what's the best method, or a couple of methods, to reach you guys or learn more about
We
it?
have a few methods of contact. You can contact us at 504-442-5026. And leave us a message. We normally answer the phone and get back to you promptly. Or you can go to our email, which is Bayou, BAYOU, JANITORIAL @gmail.com. And I spelled it out because the perception of Bayou can be taken a lot of different ways.
Yes, and we do have funny spelling sometimes.
Yes.
Bayou Multi-Janitorial
at
@gmail. Gotcha. Well, I sure appreciate your help, and thank you so much. And I'm not shaking hands, but I'll do
we're gonna do this.
Long distance fist bump or something. There we go.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Thank you.